A woman was at work when another employee made her fall to the ground. She then says that the woman would not earn more than her. The woman then gets up and asks why she did that. She then says that it wasn't fair for them to be in the same position and the woman earned more than her. The woman says that she worked harder to earn more, but the employee laughs and asks what she did more than she did. The boss of the two hears them talking and tells them to stop arguing because they would soon open the restaurant and customers would hear the two arguing. The employee then says that she wanted to know why the woman was doing the same job as her and earning more. The boss then asks if she would be wanting to compete with the woman. The employee then says that it wasn't a competition, but that the two did the same job, served the same number of customers, and the woman earned more than her. The boss then says he would make a proposal for both of them, and the woman asks what the proposal would be. He then says that he had an idea for the two, that which of the two can bring more customers, more ideas to improve the restaurant, he would give a promotion and would earn more. The woman does not agree at first, but the employee says she accepted. The man then says that the competition will go for the woman too, and that the promotion would be restaurant manager, so he advises her to work hard to win. The woman then accepts, and the boss tells the two to hurry, because he wanted to know what the two were going to do. The employee then says that she would get the new position. Sometime later, the two are working hard to get the manager promotion. The employee then says that she had a great proposal for her suppliers. The woman then calls a potential supplier and she says the restaurant was looking for new suppliers. The woman is then overjoyed when she gets them to accept her proposal. Sometime later, the boss is looking at his restaurant's menu when he summons the two for a meeting. The two then arrive and the boss tells them to sit down. He then says that it's been a week since his proposal. He says that he wanted to change the restaurant's menu and that he wanted to know their ideas for his problem and which one would be better. The employee then says that she had several great ideas and that she had already talked to her suppliers. She says they had a lot of ideas too, but the investment would be big and asks if her boss would be able to invest. He then asks the woman what her idea is. The woman says that she had also contacted some suppliers, some that the employee had even contacted before, but that she found some new ones in the business and that they were offering a big discount for signing a contract with the restaurant. The boss says he understands the employee's idea, but with the money he has, investing in only one supplier would be bad for him, so he needed to invest in a few at the same time. He then says that despite not wanting to offend either of them, the woman's idea was better than the employee's, as it was similar to what he wanted and that he was going to use her idea. He then congratulates the woman on the idea and thanks her. The employee says that was absurd, because she worked very hard to come up with those ideas, which took a long time to get, and her boss would not want to use them. The boss says that the employee's idea wasn't bad, but that he couldn't use them because his restaurant's savings wouldn't allow it. The woman then says that she already knew about her boss's financial situation and that for that reason she went after places that could meet the capital he had, but without losing the quality of the product. The boss then says that that conversation was very productive and that it helped him to think better about the competition. He says the woman's idea was better, but he hasn't made his decision yet. He says he wants their help to improve the restaurant's menu. Later, a customer calls out for the employee. He says that he had finished his meal, but that the food in the restaurant was very bad. She then says it was easy to complain after she had finished eating all her food. He then says he was entitled to another meal or his money back. She then says that she was not going to refund his money as he had already eaten all the food. He then says that he had that right. The employee then continues talking to the customer when the boss arrives and asks what was going on. The employee says that the customer was complaining for no reason, as she had already finished eating and now he was saying that it was bad. He then tells the boss that as a customer he had the right to complain and the boss agrees with the customer. He then greets the woman, as she always attended to him. She then greets you too with a smile on her face. He asks what she could do for him, as he has been a customer at the restaurant for a long time. The woman then apologizes and that she would soon solve his problem. The employee then says that there was no way to solve his problem, but the boss apologizes for what happened and says that he would soon solve it. The employee then says that the woman wanted to harm her. She says that she didn't mean to harm her, but that she should be more considerate of the customer, as he has been a customer for a long time and wouldn't have the heart to do something wrong on purpose. The employee then mocks her and says that she has always been a saint. Soon the boss arrives and tells the two that the time for his decision has come and that he wants to talk to the two. The employee then says that he already knows that she won, but the man says that he doesn't have good news for her. He says he was very upset with the way she treated him when he didn't go along with her idea, but that he could understand. However, she was treating customers badly and that there was no way he could put her as manager of his company. He then says that the position would go to the woman and congratulates her. The woman then thanks him, but that she didn't want the position, as she would only accept it if it was on her merits and not because of competition. He then says that's what the woman wanted, but she says that when she or the employee become managers, it would be because of their efforts. The boss then congratulates the woman and asks her to keep working well, as the company really needed her. He then says he would get back to work and leaves. The employee then apologizes to the woman for the way she was treating her, for making her fall to the ground that day, and for the unnecessary competition. The woman then says that everything was fine and that she didn't hold any grudges against her. She then asks to be able to hug the woman and she accepts.